I'm really excited. Okay, we got a game with black, unfortunately. Not gonna get birds opening that soon. Hopefully we can get birds defense though. Alright, we're waiting here. 2561, I'm starting to rise the ranks. C4, alright. Man wants it, man's asking for it. We're gonna give the black Mustang a go. And by black Mustang, I mean I'm gonna play this again. I have no idea what this is. People get angry about this, but actually it's quite annoying. I don't think it's that bad actually, because just I don't know what they're gonna play. Now this I'm really tempting the dragon with this. This is do not play this way, guys. We're just really going for it. Just trying to start off the video with a nice entertaining appetizer before we get to a birds opening next game. I have no repertoire to try to market from black against the English, so you know we're just gonna go for this. We're just gonna go for G5. Um, this so sooner or later you need to at least play a little bit cognizant of what you're doing in the center. So I'm just gonna play a little bit stable here. Depending on what happens, my bishop might go to E7 or G7. We're waiting to hear the results. We're waiting to hear more results. If he plays E3, I can definitely play bishop G7. If he plays knight F3, I like bishop E7 because we're going to be playing bishop G. Not bishop G, we're going to be playing G4 soon enough. Okay, this looks okay. If he takes here, I take here, and all of a sudden I'm winning. Knight has nowhere to go. I'm going to play H4 next. My plan is very obvious. I'm just going to keep advancing my pawns. I'm a simple man. Let me advance my pawns. We want to get them as far as we can go. Here, I could still play H3. H3 is a wild move, honestly. Oh no, he takes here. That would not be good. We don't want to do that. Okay, let's take. Which way should we take? Which way should I'll take this way. If he plays knight e4, I need to watch out for knight f6. We'll probably play knight g6 in that case. Okay. Oh, he's gonna play bishop g5. Oh yeah, we're in some trouble. Guys, we are in the dragon's den here. I am dead lost. I'm gonna play h3. Hopefully we can get something here. This is not looking good though. Yeah, I should have been a little more cognizant. I should have been watching the road. I shouldn't have been just mucking about, fooling around. Maybe we try f5 here? My idea with f5 is if he goes back to d2, then all of a sudden rook takes h2 makes sense. You know, I wouldn't be in these situations. I wouldn't be in these situations if I just did play g5 and h5, move 1 and 2, or move 3 and 4. Whatever, though. This is a cool position. I still got some chances here. There's still a bunch of ways he could mess this up. Bishop f6. Okay, well, now I'm going to take on h2. Bro is starting to... I don't think this is that simple. Like, it is... He should be completely winning, though. You can't be up a queen like this and not be winning. But now it's getting a little more tricky. Knight d2, I have rook h1. He has to go knight g... Alright, I guess he doesn't. I thought he had to go knight g5. Here... Can we play knight d4? Yeah, I'm going to play knight d4. If he plays knight d5, I'll play king f7. Just a complete mess. Or I could play king d7 and c6. Wait, knight, I can't even speak English now. Knight b5. All right, there. Let's play knight e6. Just keep the game rocking. I have to try to get a bishop to this diagonal. Again, it would have been nice if I just played a normal opening and didn't find myself down a queen for nothing. But you gotta make do with what you have. Okay, we could play bishop d7, d5 takes, then I take on c4. Actually, you know, we're getting a lot of pawns there. That's not that bad. Yeah. Starting to come back. I could have also played... Why didn't I play a6? A6 was much better. Well, a6 would have done the job. Yeah, I'm missing a lot. If not for a6, I probably... I'm not going to even try to lie. Okay, even if I'd played a6, I would still be dead lost. But takes, queen a4 does not work. We have b5. Bro's got to be a little careful here. Queen a4, b5, queen a6. Yeah, I'm still in a lot of trouble there. All right, we're going to take. He could take on c7. Yeah, he could take on c7, actually. This is getting a little tricky. Can we play? Oh, he's going to take on f5. Yeah, I am dead lost here, guys. We're definitely in the cutter's chest with this one. But, you know, maybe something can happen here. You never know. It would be great if I could move this knight. If I could get this knight to e4, all of a sudden rook h1 could happen. But yeah, like right now I am just dead lost. We haven't a ghost of an idea. If I could just get this bishop off, if I could get that bishop to move, if the bishop could just move, then I could play rook c8 and rook d8 and actually maybe have some tricks. Maybe have a ghost of a trick. All right, we'll play rook c8 here. Hopefully something happens. I'm not optimistic though. But okay, wait, no. Takes I play rook c6. That's actually not that simple. This is not that simple. King is going to f7. I'm still dead lost, but it's not that simple. What's that movie where that girl is yelling, "It's not that simple"? Am I thinking of The Notebook? I've never actually watched that movie, to be clear. For all of you fans out there, think you're going to catch me admitting to watching The Notebook. I never saw The Notebook, but I think I saw the clip. I think it was my friend who was doing some research on that movie, and he was asking for a second opinion on that clip. Never watched The Notebook. Okay, let's play rook h... Oh, he's going to play queen f6. Yeah, we are in a lot of trouble, though. We are definitely in the Dragon's Den. Queen f... We have got to watch out for queen f6. Should I play bishop c4? Or bishop... No, we have to play bishop c8. Somehow or another, we're still holding on. It's not looking pretty, but we are holding on. This could have been completely avoided if I just didn't play g5 and h5, move 1 and 2. Like back in that position when bishop g5 was such a problem, if my pawn was just on g7, I could have played f6 and there wouldn't have been anything. But what can I say? I got rowdy in the cabbage patch. Is Bro gonna move? Bro's trying to win on the spot. He should just play rook d1 and rook d6. He could just play this slow. I should play f4 though. We need to play f4 and get the bishop to f5. All right, let's just play f4 here. I guess he's gonna play rook d7 doesn't win. Does rook d7 even do anything? I'll play king e6 there. Bro doesn't have mate. That's wild. Look at that. Rook d7, king e6, rook e7. I just take and I play king f5. He doesn't have mate. This rook is placed perfectly. If you want to defend in the proper way, you need to align your pieces on... Okay, well now we'll play bishop f5, right? Okay, wait. Why can't I play rook h1 here? Rook h1, king d2, bishop f5. Rook h1, king d2, bishop f5. I'm threatening rook c2. No, that doesn't work just yet. That's really close to working, though. All right, if I take here... Wait, what does he actually have in this position? Yeah, I'm waiting to see what he has. Somehow or another, my pieces are still holding everything together here. This is unbelievable. He should probably play rook d6, but then I check. Rook d6... Rook d6 must be threatening mate somehow. There's no way he can have a queen on the board in like a position like this and not have some type of checkmate. Rook takes g2. All right. Bro's going for it. But wait, no, I take here and he's going to play queen d5. All right. That's unfortunate. Wait, actually, no, this is still a mess. This is still a mess. Look at this. We have rook e6 here and f3. This is still a complete mess. Okay, maybe I am losing, but this at least got a little tricky. Yeah, I'm still dead lost, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say, everyone, it looks like I'm still losing. If he plays queen g3, the game is just still over, but there. All right, I mean, what is man doing? Man's got to make up his mind. Let's play bishop f5 here, just keep everything protected. He has checkmate. He definitely has checkmate in this position. This was a close one, though, at least. At least I made it interesting. But yeah, I think I learned my lesson. And by learn my lesson, I mean I'm definitely going to be playing g5 and h5 again. I'll just try to take a little less risk. I don't think the position was actually that bad. All right, I got checkmated. A sad loss for the channel, but one that I ultimately definitely deserved. All right, we're waiting here. I got another game with black? That's ridiculous. If he's playing c4, I definitely didn't learn my lesson. We're definitely going to go for it again. Okay, we'll go for the Mexican defense. The two knights tango. Do I know anything about this? No, not really. I probably should have played the Leningrad. Well, we're going to go for it. We'll see what happens. Still, I'm not done with this course versus King Pawn. Hopefully, it will be done by September. When that's done, then I can finally start working on this two knights tango. But yeah, eventually I will have courses out on the Two Knights Tango and a mystery repertoire versus King Pawn. Okay, what is going on here? Man could play d5. I definitely misplayed this. I was too busy talking about my courses. Yeah, this is not the way you're supposed to play. You need to be prioritizing. I should play d5. I wish I could get a take back, but I can't. That's unfortunate. Would really like a take back now. I should have at least in this position played d5 to just try to get some central control. That's a terrible move. Man is letting me off the hook completely. I'll play e5 here. Okay, I have a slightly suboptimal King's Indian. Or an old Indian defense, but it's really not a problem here. We'll play a5, knight a6, knight d7. Okay, I'm taken. Let's put the knight on h5, actually. This is getting interesting. He could take on e5, but then I take back. I'm going to play f5, quickly get my pieces out. All right, why can't I play f5 here? We could definitely play f5. Takes, we take with the bishop, and we're hitting the rook. His classic idea in these positions is takes, and play g4 to fork, but here I have the rook is hanging, so bro can't even do that yet. Bishop d3. He's in a lot of trouble here. It looks like bro is choking this game, honestly. Queen d7. This is not good. You're not supposed to push g3 and then end up trading the light scored bishops. I would know. I'm a grandmaster. I read all the memos. The grandmasters have agreed that, if you play g3, you better be putting your bishop on g2. Otherwise, it's not going to go well. I guess he has to try g4, but then I could take. He takes with the queen. I play knight f4. He takes with the bishop. I take with the rook. It's not a bad position. All right. We're going to go for it. Knight f4. Rook takes. We have to figure out a way to engage this bishop sooner or later. He could try castling. No, I mean, if he castles, I have at least a draw with rook takes g4. Probably nothing more than a draw, honestly. But no, if he castles, I would play rook a3. Knight e4 makes sense. Half of me wants to play rook a3 to break through on e4, but I don't think it's the way yet. I like b5 a lot to just undermine. They take, then we play rook a3. He takes, we take on e4. He plays king f1. I'm going to take on b5 and take on d5. Position's really opening up there, but maybe he could play queen b3. Yeah, that's a mess. h5 looks good. h5 looks extremely good, actually. Yeah, let's play h5 here. If my queen can get access to f5, he's going to be in way more trouble. Takes, I play queen f5. He plays knight fd2. We're going to play bishop h4. Could also throw my rook to a2 or a3. It's a very good position. It's time to go. There. All right, now, well, wait, why can't I just take this pawn? I'm just going to grab a pawn. What's he doing? What is this guy on about? If he plays knight g5, I play e4. His queen isn't going to be getting in. Okay, we'll take here. I don't think I'm blundering anything. And his king has nowhere to run, because my rook can always invade here. This is one of those times where he's probably regretting pushing the a and b pawns. If he had just kept these pawns back and kept the a pawn on the board, he'd be able to castle queenside here with a fine game. There. Let's play bishop g5. That could work. e4 could also work. Bishop g5 looks good, though. We're going to take. They take with the queen. Okay, well, this is even better. We're going to take here with check. As long as I trade this bishop off, he has no compensation to speak of. Let's throw a check in. Well, wait, if I throw a check in, he's going to play king e2. Where should the queen go? Let's keep the queen on h5. Bro can't even do anything yet. If he moves the rook to b3, I have rook a1 check. This is completely strategically lost here. I just need to move my knight slowly in and get my pieces all settled properly. We'll play queen g6 here, just making sure not to let his queen in. I guess he could try queen h3. Yeah, queen h3 would be interesting. Queen h3, maybe I have to allow the trade of queens, but I'm already up a pawn. If he plays queen e6, he's probably going to be losing a second pawn here. Okay, there. Let's play knight a6. Yeah, I don't need to worry about this. If he plays queen e6, I'm going to take and then play rook e8, and I'm going to have two pawns. Very easily winning pawn ending. Still can't do almost anything here, and I have ideas of knight takes b4 now. Because knight takes b4, rook takes. Okay, I guess I don't have, because now I don't have a check on a1, which I would have had his king not moved. All right, this is getting interesting. Yeah, this is getting very interesting. On the one, his rook is coming in, but here, well, yeah, if we play rook f8, let's play rook f8 here. Rook h1 doesn't actually threaten anything. The check looks scary, but it doesn't do anything. I always have king f7. So once he plays rook h1, I'm just going to nab the pawn on b4. No issues to speak of. It's time to go. Can't believe I lost that last game. I played g5 and h5, h4 in the opening. I'm a grandmaster. I should know better. All right, f3. This is interesting. Where's my knight going to go? If I play rook f4, he's going to play queen c8. Yeah, this is weird. f3 is a weird position. I mean, yeah, I have to be very careful about how I handle this. If I play queen c2, I let his queen in. I need to engage this knight. Let's play c6. Idea of c6 is that at the very least my knight can slowly reroute here, if nothing else. Okay, knight e4. All right, we'll take here. He's going to take back, and then I'm going to play knight c7. I still don't see any threats. If he plays rook h1, I can take on d5, queen h8. I still have king f7. He doesn't have any tricks. I'm going to take on d5, play knight f4, knight c3. Knight's coming to b5 otherwise. Dude's definitely in the dragon's den at this point. I guess he has to try rook d1, but we play knight b5. He plays queen e6. I take. I play knight d4. Yeah, I'm completely winning that. That's actually an interesting position to look at that. Takes, takes. He takes on d6. I have to play rook f6 there to hunt down the e6 pawn that way. Very dangerous stuff at the moment. Tricks galore. I mean, we're waiting here. Okay, knight b5. It's time to go. That'd be crazy if my entire variation happens. Queen e6, takes, takes, knight d4, takes, takes, knight takes d6. I play rook f6, e7, and then rook e6 check. Just barely holding on. Man really doesn't have anything else to think about. If I play knight d4, I'm breaking through on f3. He is just completely lost there. Knight g5. Okay, so he has ideas of going for perpetual. This definitely is not going to work, though. I mean, for one thing, I could play knight c3. Knight g5 doesn't actually threaten anything. I like queen c2, though. I like queen c2, but I don't actually see what queen c2 doesn't seem to do anything. If he plays rook d2, then I think I have some tricks after knight c3 or knight d4. But if I play queen c2, he plays king e1. I don't see really what I've done there. Knight c3. Yeah, let's just keep it simple. Knight c3, I'm going to take on d1. Bro doesn't have any tricks there. Nice.
It's time to go!